Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum dear students. I am Dr. Sadia Zafar and today we will discuss about the conservation of biodiversity. As we know that biodiversity is so important for us and we have discussed in detail about the biodiversity and the importance of biodiversity. As we know that we are dependent on the biodiversity and we are getting numerous benefits directly or indirectly from the biodiversity. But there are many threats to the biodiversity and cause heavy loss. So we should take some steps for the conservation of the biodiversity, or we should take some measures for the prevention of loss of biodiversity. Before discussion of the conservation of biodiversity, we should discuss about the threats of biodiversity. There are many threats to the biodiversity like habitat destruction, alien invasive species, genetic pollution, overexploitation, hybridization, climate change, diseases, and another major threat to biodiversity is the growing human population. The first threat to the biodiversity is the habitat destruction. As we know that habitat is most important for the survival of the biodiversity, and habitat destruction means complete elimination of a localized or regional ecosystem to total loss of its biological function. Habitat destruction is currently ranked as primary causes of species extinction worldwide. Over 75% of original western Himalayan of Kashmir habitat has been destroyed or degraded, and infrastructure, urbanization, deforestation, landslides, and harvesting in Pakistan are major threats to the biodiversity. Like Neelam Jhelum hydroelectric power project as fish barrier and habitat destruction, land degradation, disturbance in water channel, turbidity and the pollution. These all are the major threats to the biodiversity, and other threats like the motorway, for example the M1 to M9, they also cause habitat destruction, and Gwadar port are threat to marine life, and unprovoked Indian shelling has caused widespread destruction to already degenerating woodlands along the line of control. Habitat is still there but have qualitative or quantitative loss. Due to the habitat degradation, required condition for the life does not remain normal and the organisms cannot survive normally. So it is also a threat to the biodiversity. Occurs due to the habitat modification by human activities like developmental projects, changing the flow or direction of water damages the life, and agricultural practices and pollution etc. These all cause the habitat degradation or destruction. Salinity and sodicity due to the intensive agriculture affect 2.1 million hectares in the Sindh and 2.6 million hectares in the Punjab, and mangroves of Pakistan are disappearing component of coastal biodiversity. This has degraded the freshwater habitats and led to increasing the salinity in Indus Delta. The process by which habitat loss results in the division of large continuous habitats into smaller, more isolated remnants due to the human activities such as new roads, parking, lots, house development, land conversion, for example, for the agriculture, etc. Once again, motorways of Pakistan, building of dams, for example the Tarbela and Mangla Dam, and major barrages such as Tonsa and Gudubraj act as a barrier to migrating fish and Indus dolphin. This blockage of Indus flow to the ocean by dams and barrages is considered to the threat to biodiversity. Soil erosion is caused by action of water and wind. Soil is a habitat for biodiversity, and due to the soil erosion, soil biota is lost. It has led to increases the pollution and sedimentation in streams and rivers. It is one form of the soil degradation which is a serious threat to biodiversity, both wind and water erosion. Water erosion is not only a particular problem in northern areas and NWFP, but it also affects the agro ecosystem of the Potohar Plateau and such other types. About 11 million hectares are affected by water erosion, and consequent washing away of the soil also results in sedimentation of wetlands and resulting the habitat degradation. While wind erosion is not a severe problem, some 2 million hectares of Pakistan, of which 1.5 million hectares are in Punjab, are experiencing the moderate to severe wind erosion. Light soil of Potohar Plateau and sandy soil of Thal and Cholistan deserts are particularly vulnerable. The sandy desert of Thar, and Cholistan and some others suffer from the linked problem of shifting sand dunes. In Balochistan, excessive pumping of groundwater has led to falling of water tables, with the result that vegetation cover is decreasing and soil erosion is on the rise. The loss of soil through the water and wind erosion implies a loss of the soil organisms, plant diversity, and population of animals these plants support. Next major threat is deforestation. As we know that the forest is so important for the maintenance or survival of the biodiversity, as it provides the habitat to the several species or organisms. Commercial logging and overexploitation of forest by a growing population for fuel, fodder, timber, resins, and development of agriculture and commercial purposes is resulting in loss of biodiversity. The effects of deforestation on biodiversity are critical since whole forest ecosystems are destroyed. The disappearance of trees and shrubs means that associated flora and fauna dependent on the forest are also lost. Deforestation in Pakistan. In Asia, Pakistan is second largest country in which deforestation rate not only high but still ongoing. 2.5% or about 1902,000 hectares of Pakistan is forested. Change in forest cover between 1990 and 2010, Pakistan lost an average of 42,000 hectares or 1.66% per year. In total, between 1990 and 2010, Pakistan lost 33.2% of its forest cover or around 840,000 hectares. The deforestation rate in Azad Jammu Kashmir is 5 to 7% annually. Deforestation is having particularly grave effects on the juniper forest of northern Balochistan have been heavily harvested for timber and fuel wood. Himalayan temperate forests are also under severe pressure from logging for timber and firewood and from clearing for agriculture and human settlements. There are some figures about the deforestation. Some recent studies suggest that Pakistan's woody biomass is declining at a rate of 4 to 6% per year. They concluded that Pakistan's woody biomass could be totally consumed within the next 10 to 15 years. The highest rate of deforestation has been found in Indus Delta mangroves, which has depleted at the rate of around 2.3%, while the coniferous forest depleted at 1.99% and ravine forest at 0.23%. Next major threat is the population explosion. The principal threat to biodiversity comes from increased pressure on natural resources produced by high population growth and demand for increased standard of living. Looking back in year of 1960s, Pakistan had a population of 45.9 million people. There is 1.6% annual change in population. Pakistan's estimated population is over 191.71 million, making it world's sixth most populous country behind the Brazil and ahead of Nigeria. During 1950 to 2011, Pakistan's urban population expanded over sevenfold, while the total population increased by over fourfold. All threats to biodiversity increases geometrically when human population increases in an area because demands increases. Next major threat is the introduction of new species or invasive alien species. As we have discussed in detail about the invasive species in last lectures, the invasive alien species, often called as exotic non-native species, having arrived outside their natural distribution to areas where they easily invade the ecosystem. Several native species, which brings about large-scale environmental, ecological and economic damage. They compete and dominate over the local species and local species are being lost. Studies indicate that in Pakistan 700 alien species are found. Among these, 6 species are considered to have extreme invasive nature. For example, the Brozonetia piperifera, Prosopis juliflora, Eichhornia crassipi, Salvinia molesta, Parthenium hysterophorus, and Lantana kumara. Non-sustainable agricultural practices. The introduction of high-yielding varieties of crops, chemical pesticides, and heavy water application has increased agricultural production in recent years. But this may have a negative impact on the agricultural biodiversity. The use of new crop strains hampers the use of local varieties and may even lead to the loss of indigenous strains. Increased use of control agents such as herbicides, fungicides, and pesticides affects non-target species and contributes to the food chain contamination. Moreover, runoff from the fields heavily fertilized with the chemical adds to the water pollution and water logging. The agricultural use of pesticides and fertilizers has increased rapidly in recent years. Pesticide use in Pakistan increased sevenfold from 915 million tons to 6,865 million tons, of which 80% are organophosphates. Direct mortality of the wildlife, especially the birds, following the use of organophosphates has frequently been reported. It is estimated that 25% of all pesticides used in Pakistan end up in the sea. These figures are representing the use of the fertilizers or chemicals to the crops. Next major threat is the overexploitation. Overexploitation is overuse of wildlife and plant species. Occurs in the form of overhunting of wildlife, fishing, excessive logging, illegal wildlife trade, medicinal plants, etc. Next is poaching. Poaching is hunting or harvesting of wild animal. It is done for large profit gained by illegal sale or trade of animal parts, meats or other different parts. Indus dolphin, trout fish in the rivers of Azad Jammu Kashmir and Pakistan. Poaching of marine organisms in Karachi in coastal areas of Arabian Sea is also major threat to biodiversity. Next major threat is pollution. To all form of the pollution poses serious threats to the biodiversity. Use of fertilizers and pesticides, heavy metal, acids, oil spills, and other unintended form of pollution is acid rain, which is served for both the aquatic and terrestrial flora and fauna. In Pakistan, industries revolution has increased. Some of the major industries in Pakistan include tanneries in Kasur city near Lahore, textile industries, Faisalabad, steel industry, brick kilns, sugar industries, fertilizer industry, chemical industry, shipbuilding industry at Karachi and so other. Garbage of Karachi recently imposed a live threat to all types of local inhabitants. In Pakistan, major cities dispose the untreated sewage into irrigation system, stream or river. Lahore alone discharges 240 million gallons of the sewage per day, mainly into the river Ravi. In Karachi, about 80% of total wastewater remains untreated and is discharged into the sea through the sewers and rivers, mainly the Liari and Malay. The most coastal pollution is concentrated in Karachi harbour, where an estimated 90,000 tons of oil products from vessels and port terminals are dumped every year. Extremely high levels of toxic heavy metals such as the mercury have been documented, especially in the coastal waters and sea near Karachi. Next threat is the climate change. Changing climate means changing the habitat. In 2004, an international collaborative study estimated that 10% of the species would become extinct by 2050 due to the global warming. Climate change is responsible for range shift of plant species, means shifting from tropics to subtropics. The effects of climate change and global warming on Pakistan, the melting of glaciers in Himalayas threatening the volumetric flow rate of many of the most important rivers of Pakistan. Due to climate change, Pakistan's glaciers are melting faster. The study by experts showed that Hinalki glaciers, which had recorded the 800 meter between 1977 and 2009, and next threat is the natural disaster. Natural disasters have always made men feel helpless in spite of technological advances. The natural disasters can influence marine as well as terrestrial biodiversity. For example, flood, earthquakes, and some other disasters. It caused widespread destruction of ecological habitats. Some of worst natural disaster of the Pakistan has faced include the 1935 Quetta earthquake, when around the 60,000 people were killed, and in 1950 floods when estimates of 2,900 people died and 9 lakh people were left homeless. In 1974 Hunza earthquake, where around 5,300 people were killed, and in 2005 Azad Kashmir earthquake that killed at least 87,350 and affected more than 1.5 million people. The Pakistan floods 2010, where 20 million people were affected, destroyed the homes, crops, and infrastructure. Estimates of total number of people killed range from 1,200 to 2,200. Other threat to the biodiversity is disease. The reduction in habitat causes high population densities, encourages the spread of diseases. Where ecosystems are not healthy due to the loss in the biodiversity, and threats such as the habitat loss, global warming, pollutants, or invasive species, wildlife and ecosystems are more vulnerable to the emerging diseases. Diseases caused by or carried by invasive species are particularly threatening as native wildlife may have no natural immunity to them. For example, the dengue killed more than 1200 people in all over the Pakistan. Survey of 10 districts of Punjab like the Sialkot, Gujranwala, Lahore, Faisalabad, Sheikhupura, Gujarat, Jhelum, Rawalpindi, Sargodha, and Hafzabad were undertaken. A total of 21 tree species were found victim of the dieback disease, like Dilbergia siso and Acacia nilotica were found to be the most affected species in all the districts. Among these commonly grown trees, Mangifera indica, Eucalyptus citrodora, and Populus hybrida, Ficus religiosa were also found victim of the dieback disease. There are